your periodic table. So if you were not in class for this, what you're going to do is take out your periodic table. You're going to first make a key. A lot of people find they can kind of squeeze the key in underneath the periodic table. If you can't fit it there, the page before has a decent amount of space kind of underneath the table that's on it, and you can put the key there. The key that you're going to make is shown up front. You do not have to use the exact same colors I did, but it's helpful to use similar colors so that you can kind of follow along. So I'm actually going to do these in a specific order. If you need a minute to make the key, you can pause the video right now and take the time that you need to make the key. I'm going to do these in a specific order that works really well for making sure that you don't color the wrong thing too soon. Okay, so here we go. I'm actually going to start us off with the halogens. So I've kind of shown the halogens here in sort of a light pink color. So I'm going to go to my periodic table. The halogens are group 17. So group 17 is right, oops, and that is not the right color it should be. Hold on, let me try this again. Why that's not working. Hold on just a moment. Right, that's not going to work the way that I hoped it would, so here we go. So that's kind of a light pinkish color. I'm going to just go ahead and find my halogens, which are group 17. Group 17, this is very frustrating. Group 17 is going to be this color, my pinkish rose color here. I apologize, they redid how the smartboard markers work. This is very tricky, so please bear with me. Group 17 is getting colored in that nice rose kind of color. You keep in mind, you do need to be able to read your periodic table through this, so don't color them too darkly. I probably colored it a little bit darker than it should be. Next, I'm going to jump to the alkali metals right here. So the alkali metals are group 1. So I'm going to go ahead over to group 1. Pick my color here. The only thing you are not including in group 1 is you're not actually including hydrogen in this one. So make sure that you don't actually include hydrogen when you color in group 1. I'm going to pause this for a minute so I get. So by group 1, it's going to be this kind of maroonish color that we indicated represent our alkali metals. And we're coloring everything here except hydrogen. Next, I'm going to color group 2. For group 2, I've got this kind of purplish color right here. That's the alkaline earth metals. So for my alkaline earth metals, I'm going to select my purplish color. Try to hope that this will actually work for once. So I'm coloring here. Group 2. Hopefully you're a better color than I am. Representing my alkali earth metals for group 2. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color my metalloids. So I'm going to pick this yellow one down here. That's my metalloid color. My metalloids are the elements that are right on the staircase with a couple of exceptions. So for my metalloids, I'm not including boron or aluminum, but I am including silicon, sorry. Silicon and germanium are getting included in this. Arsenic and antimony, tellurium, and polonium. So you're just going to go ahead and color each of those. Basically the ones touching the staircase, with the exceptions, of some that are on the very top and the very bottom. If you really want to color this one and it makes you happy, you can color that one, but it doesn't really make any difference. So you're just making sure you've got silicone, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium and polonium colored there in yellow. Boron and aluminum actually kind of don't technically fall into the category of being metalloids. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our noble gases. So our noble gases, we're going to color in that greenish color. My noble gases, remember, are group 18. I am going to include helium, even though it's kind of up top and weird. It is technically a noble gas. And then everything else in group 18 is getting colored as well. Now, I can go from here and I can finish coloring any other elements that are likely to gain electrons. The halogens do actually fall under this category. I really have them separated out here just because the halogens are a little bit more specific. But elements that tend to gain electrons are considered nonmetals. Halogens are a type of nonmetal. So I'm going to go ahead, I kind of got like a beigeish color for that one. So I'm going to go ahead and get my beigeish color going on here. Maybe. And I'm going to color from boron over to oxygen, kind of the rest of this little corner over here. So I'm coloring boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur, and then little selenium down here. But do keep in mind that group 17 is also likely to gain electrons and form negative ions. They're just a little bit more specific, so I like to make them a different color. Next thing we're going to color is we're going to color our remaining metals, our elements that are likely to lose electrons or form positive ions. So, and again, group 1 and 2 do fall under this category. So this is just kind of some of our remaining metals in the periodic table. So our remaining metals in the periodic table, make sure you contain aluminum into this group. Aluminum is considered a metal. Gallium, we got tin over here, bismuth. These guys down at the bottom who aren't really officially named yet. I'm going to make my marker a little bit thicker so I'm not doing this all day. Maybe not. Guess not. And then all these guys over here. Some people ask me also, they're like, what about those ones on the bottom, those ones that kind of drop down below? Those would technically be this color as well. Those are all considered metals. What this does for us that's very nice and visual is it reminds us that the vast majority of the periodic table is comprised of metals. So you're going to go ahead, color all of that in. You still have me make the marker thicker. I don't know what the problem with it is today. But again, if you want to color that group down below, these guys down here would be that same color. So hopefully now as you're looking at your periodic table, this is a little bit more kind of visually helpful for you. So a lot of people are like, what's the deal with hydrogen? Hydrogen's a little bit of a weirdo. Hydrogen can gain or lose electrons. So I tend to use it blank. But there's a couple of things I like to add here. So I like to first take a blue crayon, and I'm going to find mercury, which of course I probably colored over it a little bit darkly right there. You're going to put a little box around mercury in blue, put a little box around bromine in blue. And you can add to your key that those are our two liquids at STP. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to do a little gas cloud around hydrogen. So these are my gases at STP, helium, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and chlorine. And again, my noble gases are gases. So that little fluffy cloud around those equals gas. Everything else on here is a solid at STP. So that's just a really helpful quick key that'll help you tell things you need to know about all the elements in the periodic table.